Hey Lynx riders, if you're wondering how to fine-tune the limiter strap on your Lynx snowmobile, this is the place for you. I'm Jason Ribi and welcome to my masterclass. Changing the limiter strap on your snowmobile can make a big difference in how it handles. Some of the time, depending on terrain, snow condition, or personal preference would be an example of why I would want to change it. Before you even think about setting the limiter strap on your snowmobile, make sure you set up the sag properly. If you need to figure out how to do that, check out Yanni's masterclass video. You shouldn't really adjust your limiter strap until you've actually been out on a few rides and sort of take note of how the snowmobile is handling for you and what you would like it to do differently. So what does the limiter strap do? It determines the amount of travel in the front arm of the rear suspension. The easiest way to note what's happening is the shorter the strap, the more ski pressure and the less transfer you have. The longer the limiter strap, the more transfer the rear suspension has and the more wheelie you'll get out of it. For me personally, on my Lynx snowmobile, I like to run the limiter straps long. I like the wheelie. I think there's a lot you can do with the snowmobile if you're an active rider. If I was in a position where I was having a real struggle climbing or getting up something, I'm definitely going to look at adjusting the limiter strap because that could help me as well to keep the weight transfer down. So if I'm riding in a lot of steep terrain and I'm having a hard time keeping the front end down and it's wheeling a lot, here might be a good time to adjust my limiter, but also have to take note that it's going to put a little bit more effort into the rest of the riding as I'm adding ski pressure to it. So now we're going to talk about how we actually adjust the limiter. You're going to need two 13mm either wrenches or sockets. For me, I find it easiest to gain access to the limiter strap by putting the snowmobile on its side. Once I've done that, I can get the bolts out, and then if I can use my knee against the track to compress the center shock, then it's a lot easier to get the strap back into place. So just for the purpose of demonstration, we have the skid out of the snowmobile. Definitely don't have to pull it out to adjust the limiter strap, just easier to see here. So we're just going to grab our two 13mm wrenches and loosen the bolts. We're just going to compress the front skid shock a little bit and pop the bolt out. Once you've adjusted the limiter strap to your desired length, make sure you retorque the bolt before you ride. Don't be scared to play around with the limiter strap on your sled. It can definitely change and make it a more enjoyable ride for you. If you've got more questions on snowmobile setup, check out Lynx Master Class. We'll see you on the snow.